What if a car wasn't just built, but sculpted like chrome poetry on four wheels? Welcome to the 1970s, where excess was elegance, engines had soul, and every mile was a memory. Hit subscribe, and let's cruise through 10 legends that didn't just define an era, they became it. Number 10, 1976, Cadillac Eldorado. Picture golden hour light streaming through chrome-trimmed windows as you glide down an endless ribbon of asphalt, your arm resting against pillarless glass, the world becoming a soft blur of amber and dreams. The 1976 Eldorado wasn't merely transportation. It was poetry written in steel and leather, a 224-inch hymn to American elegance. This land yacht carried the weight of history in its 4,800-pound frame, marking the twilight of an era when excess was art. Beneath its sculptural hood, a mighty 500 cubic inch V8 breathed with 190 horsepower and 360 pound-feet of torque, power delivered like silk across water. What transformed this Eldorado into legend was its role as the final mass-produced convertible, each of 14,000 units bearing a commemorative plaque like a royal seal. Inside, velvet-lined sanctuaries embraced passengers with heated leather thrones, automatic climate whispers, and premium sound cascading through cabin air. Today, these rolling monuments command $35,000 to $90,000, their chrome catching light like captured sunsets from a world that dared to dream without limits. Number 9, 1975, Buick Electra 225. They whispered its name like a prayer. The deuce and a quarter, 225 inches of American dreams made manifest. Imagine floating through twilight streets where chrome grills catch streetlights like captured stars, where the rumble of displaced air speaks of presence beyond mere transportation. The 1975 Electra 225 moved through the world like a luxury liner cutting through calm seas, its sea-body foundation solid as bedrock beneath flowing lines that seemed to stretch toward tomorrow. This wasn't simply large, it was beautifully proportioned architectural poetry in motion. Within its cathedral-quiet cabin, a 455 cubic inch V8 heartbeat with 205 horsepower and 345 pound-feet of torque, moving 4,900 pounds with the grace of wind through wheat fields. Passengers sank into overstuffed velvet thrones while faux wood paneling caught amber light from courtesy lamps. Power windows whispered open to evening air. Cruise control maintained perfect pace, and individual ashtrays spoke of an era when ritual mattered. Buick crafted over 150,000 of these rolling sanctuaries, each one a testament to when bigger meant more beautiful. Today, pristine examples command $12,000 to $30,000. Number 8, 1971, Buick Riviera. Some automobiles are content to be admired, others demand to be remembered. The 1971 Riviera emerged from Bill Mitchell's fevered imagination like a fever dream of chrome and curves, its boat-tail silhouette cutting through conformity with the precision of a blade through silk. Picture this rolling sculpture catching sunset light across its dramatically tapered rear. Inspired by racing yachts and auburn speedsters, creating shadows that danced like memories across pavement. Buick executives whispered it was too radical, too futuristic. They were beautifully, eternally right. Beneath sculpted steel, a 455 cubic inch V8 breathed with 315 horsepower and 450 pound-feet of torque, launching this 4,400-pound artwork from stillness to 60 in under 8 seconds. Inside, luxury embraced rebellion. Rich wood grain caught amber light, leather whispered against chrome, and the driver-oriented cockpit suggested both comfort and control. Only 33,800 souls possessed this automotive poetry in 1971, making each surviving example a curator's dream. Today, pristine boat-tail Rivieras command over $45,000. Their radical beauty, aging like fine wine, growing more precious with each passing decade. Number 7, 1975. Chrysler Imperial LeBaron. Imagine opening doors wide as castle gates, sinking into thrones softer than midnight clouds, watching the world transform into whispered secrets as this rolling palace awakens. The 1975 Imperial LeBaron wasn't built for mere mortals. It was crafted for those who understood that arrival should feel like coronation. At nearly 19.6 feet of unapologetic grandeur, this wasn't transportation. It was a statement written in chrome and conviction. Boxy lines carved with mathematical precision spoke of power that needed no announcement, while hidden headlights waited like secrets behind chrome curtains. Within its cathedral quiet sanctuary, a 440 cubic inch V8 breathed with 215 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque, moving this monument with the inexorable grace of tides. Passengers descended into velour kingdoms where wood-grain panels caught golden light, where automatic climate control whispered comfort and ambient lighting transformed every evening drive into theater. Only 8,830 of these automotive cathedrals were blessed into existence before Imperial's final curtain call. Today, surviving examples command $20,000 to $50,000, each one a time capsule from an America that dared to dream in royal proportions. Number 6, 1972, Chevrolet Monte Carlo. Picture golden hour light cascading across chrome as this elegant coupe glides through amber-soaked streets, its shadow trailing like silk scarves in evening breeze. The 1972 Monte Carlo wasn't born to thunder. It was crafted to whisper elegance, to seduce with sophistication rather than overwhelm with power. This was automotive poetry in steel and leather, occupying that sacred space between rebellion and refinement. Not quite muscle car, not quite luxury sedan, but something altogether more intriguing. A personal luxury coupe that offered Cadillac presence without mortgage payments. The first generation's finale arrived with 258,000 admirers, their vertical slatted grille catching streetlight like cathedral windows. Beneath sculpted steel, the crown jewel 454 cubic inch V8 breathed with 270 horsepower and 380 pound-feet of torque, delivering acceleration that felt more like levitation than combustion. Inside, wood-grain trim caught amber light, while plush seats embraced passengers like gentlemen's club furniture. Ironically, many shed their sophisticated exteriors for drag strip glory, elegant shells hiding straight-line beasts. Today, pristine examples command $15,000 to $35,000, with original 454 equipped models worth their weight in automotive gold. Number 5, 1972 Lincoln Continental Mark IV. In the early 1970s, success had an address, and it was behind the wheel of a Lincoln Continental Mark IV. This wasn't just a luxury car, it was a thesis statement on American prosperity, a rolling dissertation on what it meant to have made it in the land of opportunity. Stretching over 19 feet of pure automotive theater, the Mark IV blended classical elegance with Baroque flair. Its most distinctive feature was the faux spare tire hump integrated into the trunk lid, a signature touch that spoke of coach-built heritage and aristocratic pretensions. The neoclassical vertical grille and hidden headlights created a face that was both dignified and dramatic. Under the hood, a massive 460 cubic inch V8 produced 224 horsepower and 362 pound-feet of torque, paired with a whisper-smooth 3-speed automatic. But raw power wasn't the point. The Mark IV was about gliding, about transforming every journey into a processional of quiet dignity. Inside, opulence reached cathedral-like heights. Power-adjustable lounge-style seats welcomed passengers like first-class airline accommodations, while faux mahogany trim and padded panels created an environment that felt more like a private club than a car interior. Lincoln sold over 48,000 Mark IVs in 1972, cementing its status as the choice of executives and celebrities. Today, pristine examples command $25,000 to $50,000, with special editions reaching even higher. Number 4, 1974, AMC Matador Coupe. In an era of automotive conformity, AMC dared to dream differently. The 1974 Matador Coupe arrived like a visitor from the future, its aerodynamic silhouette cutting through the boxy monotony of its competitors. This wasn't just bold, it was revolutionary. A design so ahead of its time that it still looks futuristic today. French-American stylist Richard Teague threw the rulebook out the window, crafting a fast-back profile that seemed to defy gravity. The massive wraparound windshield created a greenhouse effect, while hidden headlights behind thin chrome strips gave it an almost alien mystique. Every curve whispered of wind tunnels and racing circuits, a concept car that somehow made it to production. The top-tier 401 cubic inch V8 delivered 235 horsepower and 332 pound-feet of torque, moving its 4,100-pound frame with surprising grace. Its low center of gravity and refined suspension turned every corner into a dance, every straightaway into poetry in motion. Inside, peak 70's charm reigned supreme. Padded panels, velour seats, and metallic accents created a cockpit that felt more spacecraft than automobile. AMC sold around 62,000 units that first year, but the Matador's true fame came from James Bond himself, sprouting wings and taking flight in The Man with the Golden Gun. Today, these rare beauties command $12,000 to $28,000, but their true value lies in pure uniqueness. Number 3, 1976, Cadillac, Fleetwood, Brougham. In 1976, American automotive luxury reached its absolute zenith with the Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham. This wasn't merely a car. It was a rolling monument to success, a 19.6-foot declaration that the American dream had physical form and it wore chrome like jewelry. The Brougham's presence was so commanding that other vehicles seemed to part in reverence. Every line, every inch of chrome, every Cadillac crest catching the sun was pure automotive theater. This was elegance without apology, luxury without restraint, and style without compromise. The kind of car that made city streets feel like personal parades. Under its monumental hood lived an 8.2-liter V8, producing 190 horsepower and 360 pound-feet of torque. This Leviathan wasn't built for speed. It was built for majesty, for the kind of smooth, effortless progress that made passengers feel like royalty surveying their domain. Inside, the Brougham offered one of the most luxurious environments ever fitted to a production automobile. Couch-like seats in velvet or leather created a mobile lounge, while full wood trim courtesy lights and chrome-lidded ashtrays made every journey feel like a ceremony. Power windows, automatic climate control, and even optional illuminated rear reading lamps transformed travel into an experience more comfortable than many homes of the era. Cadillac built over 49,000 Fleetwood Broughams in 1976, but each felt like a custom creation. Number 2, 1974, Dodge Monaco. Imagine a machine built not for whispers, but for commanding presence. The 1974 Dodge Monaco didn't ask for attention. It seized it with authority. A 18.7-foot heavyweight champion that tipped the scales at nearly 4,400 pounds of road-dominating American steel. Its design philosophy was refreshingly honest. Dual headlights flanked a bold, aggressive grille that announced its arrival blocks away. square, purposeful lines wrapped around a frame built for endurance, while wraparound metal moldings caught the light like armor plating. This wasn't beauty in the traditional sense. This was raw, unapologetic power made manifest. Under the hood, buyers could choose their weapon, from the dependable 5.2-liter VA8 up to the fearsome 7.2-liter big block, unleashing up to 275 horsepower and 354 pound-feet of torque. Paired with a 3-speed automatic and rear-wheel drive, the Monaco transformed highways into personal racetracks. But here's where legend was born. The Blues Brothers made this beast immortal. The Blues Mobile that tore through Chicago streets and cinema's most chaotic chase scenes? That was a '74 Monaco, earning cult status among film buffs and muscle car enthusiasts alike. Inside, it was simple but functional. Rectangular gauges, durable upholstery, and loads of space. Today, finding a clean example costs $10,000 to $25,000, but owning a piece of movie history? Priceless. Number 1, 1976 Chevrolet Caprice Classic. If the 1970s had an official ambassador, it would be the Caprice Classic. This wasn't the flashiest car on the road, nor the most powerful, but it possessed something far more valuable. Perfect balance. The Caprice represented the beating heart of middle-class America, the car that made dreams accessible and adventures possible. Stretching nearly 19 feet of understated elegance, the 1976 Caprice Classic was among the last great American sedans before downsizing changed everything forever. Its design spoke in measured tones, squared lines flowed with purpose, while the wraparound chrome grille and twin rectangular headlights created a face that inspired trust rather than intimidation. Under the hood, the reliable 5.7-liter V8 delivered between 165 and 180 horsepower, depending on tuning and state regulations. Power wasn't its calling card. Comfort and ride smoothness were its true legends. This was the car that made crossing state lines feel like floating on clouds, turning every family vacation into a cherished memory. Inside, the Caprice blended space, practicality, and a touch of refinement into automotive poetry. Sofa-style seats welcomed families, while velour upholstery and a wide dashboard with circular gauges created an environment that felt more like home than highway. Air conditioning, power steering, and AM/FM stereo made every journey feel like a celebration. Chevrolet sold over 212,000 units in 1976 alone, making it as beloved as Sunday morning coffee. Today, well-preserved examples command $12,000 to $30,000. 10 automotive masterpieces that made the 1970s legendary. Each one wasn't just transportation. It was a statement, a lifestyle, a piece of living history. Which car captured your heart? Drop your choice in the comments. We love hearing from fellow enthusiasts who know cars are more than machines. They're time capsules to an era of uncompromising style. Like, subscribe and check out our muscle car power rankings for more automotive nostalgia that'll leave you breathless.